I'm a postgraduate student there, and one of the things I did as part of my time is join an outreach program called Technocamps. Technocamps is a project that covers all of Wales and is aimed at 11 to 19-year-olds to encourage STEM, science, technology, engineering and mathematics. We have a number of different engagements and ways that we're looking at teaching these topics to young people. In particular, we think computing is something that's left out. There's been a lot of changes recently, particularly since the Royal Society published a report called Shut Down or Restart, and so we're seeing a lot of changes, and that's great. But we've been going into schools and doing things like programming, and also learning theoretical concepts using a variety of different techniques. So I'm going to talk about just three at the minute, three that I've been involved with personally in terms of developing the material and then delivering it. The first one used Minecraft to design and build buildings. So if you've not used Minecraft, it's a fairly simple game that most people get along with, where you actually build things. We then used Minecraft to generate files for 3D printers. So we've got a 3D printer. This is a 3D printed robot hand, which I'll talk about more in a bit. But we used that to build an entire town up, so students could experience over the course of 2 days in what we call a boot camp we run during half term rather than school. Students could come along and they could learn how to design and build something going from concept to reality. Then we've got App Inventor. So App Inventor is a graphical-based programming environment for Android. When I say graphical-based, if you've ever done any programming before, you'll probably have had to learn lots of syntax, so words like for, if, colons, curly braces, things like that. They've all got rules in it. It can be quite complex, it can be difficult, especially if you're of quite a young age or you have dyslexia and other issues that may impact on your ability to put together all this code. I've been programming since I was 11 or so, and I still have trouble every day. So it's something that can be quite difficult. And graphical programming is an alternative to the traditional typing out loads of gibberish. So we have a box of these lovely tablets, and we pair students up, and we walk them through building an app. This is what we do in a school. We visit school and we go for the day. So in the first morning, we actually teach them to build an app, this app, where we teach them how to add images to the screen, add features like sound and things like that, and basically give them the essentials to put an app together. So in this one, you can select a couple of sounds and then play them, and you can have them on repeat, and it'll keep going, and then you can add other sounds. And that's very basic.
Technology, eh?
But after that, we tend to break for lunch, and then we come back and we get the students to design something on paper. So having been through making a basic app, they get an idea of what the tablets are capable, what's available, how the technology works, and what they can do, things they can use, and they can get their ideas going, and then they actually get a chance to make whatever they want as a pair. And we do this all in the course of a day, and it's all very quick. So this is an insult generator. It was made by some older students, so I hope it's not going to swear.
Now over for a slap of Claude Barnacle, Jonathan.
Shakespearean, sorry. But again, that's very simple, and but we do this all in a day, and it takes people who have no prior experience or interest into actually going from an idea to something that's been realised. So lastly is the robots. So I've talked about two engagements. We have boot camps during half term, we have in-school engagements and take course during a school day, and we also have a robotics club, which is after school for a couple of hours, and this goes on for the entire school term, so it's a number of weeks, and we get a lot more done there. One of the things we did was invest in a 3D printer. So if you're not familiar with 3D printing, it's becoming much more accessible to hobbyists. Prices are coming down. Our 3D printer, which can print about the size of a loaf of bread, is £1,500, and filament is fairly cheap. One of our biggest projects is this. It's called an InMove, and it's an open source project for a humanoid robot and we printed it to scale. This is his old hand, which has been a bit worn, it's a bit broken. It was the first attempt, so it's not great quality, so it's been replaced now. And you can see how this works, and normally it would be connected to servos, and each finger moves individually. And the idea is that the kids will program it. He's been constructed and awaiting programming, which is very exciting. But we've had a number of projects. So we had a competition last year where students competed, and this was done across Wales, although we are now just focusing in Aberystwyth. So we had a national competition before, and we've entered students into a number of competitions, and that's been great. This is a new project. The goal of this one, it's not finished either at the minute, but the goal of it is to go along and pick up a ball and carry that around. I can turn it on, but it's not too clever at the minute. It doesn't have any sensors for finding things. You can see the basic operation. It should pick something up, carry it away. And it's all a work in progress. Essentially, we support kids and their ideas in this robotics club. We've got access, we're very lucky. Steve Fern, our technician, he has a lot of facilities available. He's built a life-size Dalek, which is very impressive, and he's building an R2-D2, and he's built a K9. It's all very cool stuff, and he's got a lot of experience, and he's always willing to help out and encourage the kids and their ideas. So they get to learn a lot. They get to learn what they're interested in, and we get to support them and teach them important concepts. So if you want to know any more about what I've been up to and what we've got going on, come and see me. Thank you.
Okay, so is there a quick question for Jonathan? Okay, we've gone to our last, thank you Jonathan, we've gone to our last